Okay, we're going into the big hives now. These are the established hives. Again, we're looking for queens. We're looking for boards that need replacing. That's why I brought those extra frames over there. If I find any frames in here that they're not working, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace them with newly waxed frames. All right. This is important stuff, folks. All right, look here, boink. Still not a lot of activity. Did not expect a lot of activity, so that's cool. Okay. I got minuscule activity on these frames here. I put these on here. I was hoping that that these guys were fixing to go up. Bobby's, my brother Bobby's, all his hives are just going bonkers, trying to make honey and stuff. My girls here, they are lethargic here this year. They have not been impressive, straight up. What I'm gonna do is, these are all waxed frames. These aren't unwaxed frames. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off. I'm taking the whole thing off. I'm gonna set it to the side, and the girls will go back home. This box here, I'm gonna do this in a minute. I'm not gonna do it right now because ain't no need. Whew. I don't know how many of them I'm gonna use either, so there's that. Okay. Put these guys over here, get them out of the way, and we're gonna see whether we can find a queen in this box. Whew. All right, let's see what we get. This one right here, this frame right here, you can see I got a 23 on it. We just put it in here last week. They are working it. I'll give them that. They are working it. That's a good thing. They're on it. Okay, get a working little comb coming out there. Not much. It's not something to. We're not writing home. We're definitely not writing home about it. But it is good. We do have something, and something's better than nothing. Let's see what we get here. I should have brought a medium super right here, and I did not. What do we got? This is a brood frame. I got some young brood in there. That's good. Okay. Young brood. That's what we like. The reason we like young brood, it means the queen's laying. Bada bing. Plain and simple. This is not rocket science, folks. It is important. It's not rocket science. Okay? I'll set this guy right here on the side, just like that. The rest of them I'll be able just to move over. Alright, what we got? Alright. They're doing absolutely nothing with this one. Okay. That's the reason that I brought those other frames out. Okay. I had to kill that hive beetle. It's just in me to do that. Okay. Nothing in here. No brood. I mean, they're putting honey in it, and that's, you know, that's a good thing. All right, let's see. Can't really get mad at them. Tell you what I can do, though. I can spray this guy with some of this and see whether or not next week they don't like it better. Now, this don't hurt those bees either. They'll clean each other off. it'll actually help them by letting them, they'll clean one another off and stuff. It's good stuff. Not gonna do anything to hurt our girls. All right, we're gonna take right here, pop this guy out. Haven't seen any brood on this thing yet. That one I seen a little bit. That wasn't much. And a little is better than none, but tracking down that hive beetle. If I get a chance, I'm gonna kill him, her, it, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what his pronouns are. Bees, when they're a strong colony, they will take the hive beetles out themselves. They harass them in general. There we go. See if we can come up. There we got it. Places to hide in this frame. But ran out of places that time. Now the last frame is where the hive beetles always want to get. Call it privacy, call it security, call it anything. They're going to get in that area right there. This last frame right down here. They can hide. That's where the cracks are, and they have to hide from the bees. You know, the bees don't let them in the hive, and so that's what they have to do. What I'm doing is I'm pushing the excess wax off of here. All right. Then next time when I come back in here, I won't have to fight so hard to get these frames in and out. You can see this. This is just plain and simple preventive hive maintenance. You need to do it. You need to keep it as clean as you can all the time that you can, because once the honey flow goes, this is going to go the way of the world. We're not going to fool with it. That didn't help my case at all, folks. Like that. All right, now, so what we're going to do is, this is the reason we brought all these other things out here, was so we could do just this. We're going to replace those frames if they're not working. These, their bees are on them, and that, the bees are on them. Can't get mad at them, okay? So we're going to spray stimulant on them, and we're going to put them back in. Okay? Spray stimulant and putting them back in. Don't want that to ride up too far. One of them girls will come and visit me. Same thing here. We're going to spray stimulant on it and stick it back in and see whether they do anything with it next week. This hive should be stronger than it is. With the number of bees that's in here, they should be producing honey, and they're not. So there's something that ain't right here. Don't know what it is. My bet is I'm missing a queen. If so, that'll be the second queen I'm missing today. Oh, there's some brood. Okay. Well, she's in here, guys. There's some young brood. And that's what you're looking for. Let's see, I got some older brood right there. Let me see. That wasn't young brood, that was just a sail. There's some brood right there. Let's see. That's cap brood. Cap brood is older. Okay, so what I'm looking for is down in the bottom of these cells, I'm looking for little teeny weeny larvae and little pin-sized eggs. You can just barely see them. They're important. Okay. But it was brood. Wasn't the brood I wanted. That'll calm them down. It gives them something else to think about. Now they got to worry about cleaning up the hive. And it feeds the bees at the same time. It's a double whammy good thing. More honey here. I'm really not expecting to find the queen up here, although she might be here. I'm really not expecting to find her up here. I'm expecting to find her on the lower box down there. This one right here. So far, I got a little bit of brood, not much. Mainly we're getting honey up here, and not much of that, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of honey, which with everything blooming out here, I would have expected more honey to be being made than is, but you can't fuss. You get what you get. There's a queen cell right there. So they could be requeening. I got several right here. Several queen cells. And I don't see a queen in here, so I'm hoping, believing that they're requeening. That's what I think they're doing right there. They're requeening, and they're either gonna kill her or replace her. I'm not seeing a laying queen, so it's not a swarm cell. That's how you tell if it's a swarm cell or not. If there's I'm not running across any brood, so they're probably requeening themselves, which is a natural thing they do. Okay, the queen died for whatever reason, and that, like I said, they may have killed her. There's more queen cells right here. Okay, so they are definitely in the mix. There's no young brood here either. Nothing anywhere close to being young brood, so. Yeah, I got queen cells on here, and I got queen cell. I need a queen on that hive right there. I could run over there and put this frame right in that hive. That's actually what I did with it last week. But that's where I'm just going to get me about ready just to order me a queen and see. I got some brood, but I don't have anything young. I don't have no young brood in here. So these girls, but they are requeening. They certainly are requeening. Look around, see if I ain't getting cloudy up on me. I feel like it got cloudy on me there for a minute. Bees don't like cloudy, they like sunny. They like to be out working. And it's a little cool. That's one of the reasons all these bees are home today, is because it's cool. I got a lot of brood on this frame here. But I don't have any young brood. Again, once again, no young brood. And I haven't seen a queen. Okay? More brood, no queen. And no queen frames on here. There's no queen cells on this one either. I think this is as much as I'm going to do with this guy today, because I'm going to let it go and come back, check on the next week, and see whether they lay queen. All of my larvae are capped larvae. There's nothing in there. Okay, well, here we go, folks. I thought I was going short on there. There they go again. We'll see if this stuff works or not, folks. I'm telling you right now. We done paid for it now. And it ain't cheap. All I'm doing is just spraying these guys down a little bit. And boom. All right. And we're done with this box. We're going to see whether or not they're going to come in here and move over here and work this box or not. And it's up to them. They can or they can't. Will or won't. But it won't be anything you and I do to convince them. There we go. Whew. All right. And 2 more to go. Yeah. As you can tell, this could be very time consuming, and I mean, that's just how it is. It's time consuming. Oh, there's the earwick. They get in the boxes. Here we go. And then they die. Okay. You can't keep them out. They don't hurt nothing per se, but they're not bees. And I'm not trying to feed anything out here but bees. I don't grow nothing but bees. I ain't interested in nothing but bees. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean off this top board right here. It's getting a little propolis on it. A little more than I like dealing with. It'll just keep it smooth. Keep it where we can get it on and off better. That's all it is. Knock all that fur comb off. There we go. Okay, that was it. Then we're gonna come in here. We're gonna see what we got. This guy right here is rocking it, folks. I'm here to tell you. I may actually have to put that new hive body right there on top of it. We're gonna see. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Girls are working on it. Comes in hive beetles. One down. Time to go. Let's scare her right this way up here. Or just kill her where she's at. Either one is acceptable. A lot of bees in here. Okay, looking good. Looking good. And we're going to spray these with some of that stuff too, simply because these are new frames. See that? Okay, we want the bees to be as attracted to them as we can get them to be. bees in here. I need 2 and 3. I'm looking to see where they've stopped framing up. I got bees working in all of these down through here. And what that tells me, I think that's what it tells me, is that we're getting close to having to put a new super on here. This one's working honey. Matter of fact, I probably need to get a queen excluder and put on this one. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna get my queen excluder and put on this guy right here. That'll keep the queen out so they can go to the process of making honey. It's a good thing. I just got a whole bunch of new queen excluders, so that's awesome. This is all honeycomb right here. They are working the honey in this hive. Remember that last hive wasn't doing so well. I don't like the way they've done this frame. This comb is messed up and stuff, but it beats what comes in second, which is that frame right there on that hive. Remember how that was? How they weren't working it? Yeah, we don't want that. We want them working the frames. Now see all that? They'll take and come and eat that. They'll take and bite it, and then they'll make it into new, they'll put it around the hive, other places in the hive. Okay, yeah, they're working this, but this is not, they're not capping anything yet. This is all honey, and it's all good, but they aren't capping anything. Now, we're in Blue Ridge, and Glenn is in Blairsville. The difference in Blairsville and Blue Ridge really is so funny to me because we're only a few miles apart. But my brother Bobby, his frames, they're already capping honey over there, and I'm getting honey, but I got no caps, and that's okay. I will get caps. I know I will. Get over here. Hey, sit down. Okay. Looking good right there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put these back in. I'm going to declare this box doing fine. I'll get my honey excluder, my queen excluder, and I'm going to slip it in here. Be right back. Just listen to the bees while I'm gone. This is a queen excluder. I brought one out for the other hive just in case I need it. We'll see in a minute. This is a queen excluder. All it is the queen is too big to go through those notches. And so this box right here will only have honey in it, and it won't have any brood when the time comes. All right, now we're gonna take a look around, see how the queen looks. frames right here. I got 23 written on. I'm gonna take a look, see whether they're working them or not. I got some other frames that I can poke in here. Now this first one I'm pulling out, looks like they're working it a little bit. Yep, I'm getting some comb on it. They're drawing comb. That's what I wanted them to do. That's a good frame. I like it. Okay, these frames, these yellow frames that I'm pulling out were pre-waxed, and the ones that the black ones from Vivor either weren't, or the wax was so poorly put on that it appeared not to be pre-waxed. And I'm not making any slight towards Vivor. I don't recall them saying that the frames were waxed, so I'm just looking. I got plenty of brood here. Okay, plenty of brood. This queen is working hard, and I'm liking her. I'm not seeing any neglected frames here. That's important. I don't want neglected frames, because that means that I got blank spaces in my hive. They're working that hive right there. They're working that frame. Let's see this one right here. Pop it loose. Pop it loose. Now this is the 10 frame, okay? You need to understand about the 10 frame. That is that it may, I'm sorry, this is one frame. They may or may not work it. Often enough times, see like this, they're not really interested in working it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give them a restart. Okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm shaving off this contorted, what turns out to be burr comb, okay? And then I'm going to spray it with my new magic formula water, and I'm gonna see whether or not they don't pull out a better comb out of it next week. Okay, I think that's fair enough. We're trying to do right by the bees, and letting the bees do right by us. Then we're gonna slip the queen excluder over the top, just like that. Put the honey box back on top, just like that. No knots on the box. And put the top back on. Stick a fork in us, we're done with that one. One more to go down here. Once again, smoke. We're just gonna see whether or not we need to, what we need to do with them. I hadn't done the deep dive. Well, I did do a deep dive last week in them. This one's got a queen in it, I know. That one up there, whew, they're re-queened. That one needs a queen. And so, what we're gonna do is we're gonna order us a queen. When it comes in, we'll see whether or not that queen up there has re-queened or not. It should be. It should already have re-queened by then. And we'll be able to go back and see what all kinds of good things we can do with that. Sorry about that, girls. All right, let's see what we got. I've only got 5 frames in this one. I got to see whether or not they're working or not. And they are. And they put out a bunch of burr comb for me. On it. Well, this one will be okay right here. Yeah. Working that one. This is bird comb. It's pretty. It's still bird comb. Bird comb basically is any comb that don't fit what you want it to do in the hive. Okay? All right, there we go. So anyhow, that's bird comb. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna fill his frames up so that they don't do that no more. That's all that was. It's just them. Whoo, they've got heavy on that bad boy. That's a good frame right there. That's gonna be some good honey. Same thing here. Gonna be some good honey. I think they could be more active on this frame, so I'm going to spray the areas that they're not active on and see whether or not they don't come to it. This is new to me. This is a new idea, a new concept that has been brought to me on getting them to work different parts of the hive. And I mean, it makes sense. It sounds like it ought to work. So I'm working it, okay? And then I've got these frames here. They haven't really hurt themselves to get to these frames here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave these on the outside, and I'm gonna put the established frames that I got in there, the ones that I did specifically for this. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames. Okay. These frames that I got here, what I did is these are the ones, if you saw my video of me waxing frames, that's all these are. See that heavy wax that I put on there? And I'm hoping that is going to be the difference for these girls to make, to do better on this particular hive. I got all that on there, and I sprayed them with that stuff. I mean, I've gotten happy with that stuff. Okay. We got to figure out how to get these girls to generate some honey. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, we got 10. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna push them away from the wall on this side over here. All right. And we're going to put a queen excluder. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna pop this down and see if I got any brood down here to look at. Real quick. How we doing, girls? Whew. As you can see, I've got some 23 frames down here too. Okay, let's see how they're doing down here. All right, they're not overlooking them. Not looking at them as much as I wish they were. And so what we're going to do, we're going to spray them. See if we can't get some more activity out of them. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, we got brood or honey, brood or honey. Here, see that one? That whole frame right there is covered with wax, but they're not doing anything with them on that side. I'm getting some activity over here, not nearly enough. They're putting some honey in it. But this is the #1 frame. Remember what I told you about the #1 frame? It's the 1 and 10 are the 2 frames that get overlooked the most. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the #3 position when we get ready to move it. And I'm going to spray it. We're going to see whether or not, we're going to know where that stuff works the next week, I'm thinking. Whew. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, here we go. honey. And it's pretty too, by the way. More honey. Oh, I got some brood down there. Okay. That's a good thing. Look at that brood. Alright, cat brood. Anytime I hit brood, I'm going to look and see if I can see a queen in here. I know she's in here because I got cat brood. Well, I got brood. I got some younger brood. That's a good thing. I'm showing young brood. I don't see any day brood, 3-day brood. That don't mean anything. That's some 7-day brood. There's my one 3-day brood right there. Okay. Okay, Queenie's home. And that's a good thing. I'd like to see her. But I don't want to keep disturbing the hive just now. I want to take and put this all back together and let it be. Moving that frame over to the number 3 position. It was in the number 1. Moving to the number 3 position. We can put these frames that we treated back on here. Okay. Put our queen excluder on. We'll keep her working down in the bottom, and these guys working in the top. And we're down. All right, we're through. Dang it, a lot of cleanup today. But that's okay, because we got a lot done, and that matters. We didn't do everything we wanted to do. That's very seldom actually get to do everything we want to do. We got everything done that we needed done, and that's important. Whew. All right, these are all going back over the porch. This goes back over here. I got some girls over here not happy with me. I don't know why. Just because I disturbed all their home. You know what I'm saying? Got everything. All right. I'll be back up here to pick y'all up in a second.